Welcome. Thank you for joining me. I'm Reverend Cindy Palos. This is Mystical Perspectives. And we've been covering various aspects of how you can improve your life using spiritual mind power affirmations. I've been basing these on a book by Dr. Paul Leon Masters, which is available at metaphysics.com and Amazon. And we're going to talk about a very important subject today, which is eliminating self-destructiveness. And if you've ever felt like sometimes you're your own worst enemy, or even considered that, and have wondered what has blocked your being happy and your true self, this is a very important subject. We're going to start with the affirmations from the book. This is page from 74. Recognition. I recognize that the greatest obstacle to my success, health, and happiness in my life is the personal ego part of my mind, from which self-destructiveness originates. Repeating that, I recognize that the greatest obstacle to my success, health, and happiness in my life is the personal ego part of my mind, from which self-destructiveness originates. The next one is subconscious influence. I recognize that negative karma, trauma, and self-deflating experience stored as memories in my subconscious mind stimulate self-destructive thinking or actions and must be eliminated. Repeating that, I recognize that negative karma or trauma and self-deflating experiences stored up as memories in my subconscious mind stimulate self-destructive thinking or actions and must be eliminated. The next affirmation is why. I am divinely guided through the Christ part of my mind, one with God, as to specific, subconscious, self-destructive, stimulating experience that must be eliminated. So this is how you get rid of these self-destructive parts of the ego and the subconscious. Again, I am divinely guided through the Christ part of my mind, one with God, as to specific subconscious, self-destructive, stimulating experiences that must be eliminated. And the next one is guilt. I acknowledge at all levels of my mind that God forgives me for any time I have erred, and that I don't have to destroy my life to make amends. The power of forgiveness. Repeating this. I acknowledge that all levels of my mind that God forgives me anytime I've erred, and that I don't have to destroy my life to make amends. And the next one, so important, worthiness. Through the power of the Christ part of my mind, one with God, I eliminate any and all sense of unworthiness from all levels of my mind that could cause self-destructiveness. Very important one. Let's repeat this. through the power of the Christ part of my mind, one with God, I eliminate any and all sense of unworthiness from all levels of my mind that could be causing self-destructiveness. The next one, family history here. God's presence within me, working through the Christ part of my mind, heals any family karma consciousness in all levels of my mind that could stimulate self-destructiveness. It's a good one to read before Thanksgiving. Repeating, God's presence within me, working through the Christ part of my mind, heals any family karma consciousness in all levels of my mind that could stimulate self-destructiveness. And again, this can go back to not just your childhood, but this can go back generations upon generations that could be in your DNA. And of course, with the forgiveness and this, it helps to eliminate that self-destructiveness. Victimhood. Through the God power within me, working through my Christ mind, I eliminate all sense of victimhood in all areas of my life and declare myself a God-created victor. If you've had any issues and if you've suffered either diseases or abuse or any issues where you have felt like you were a victim, this is so powerful. Probably should say this every day. Through the God power within me, working through my Christ mind, I eliminate all sense of victimhood in all areas of my life and declare myself a God-created victor. The next one is escapism. I find the answers I need in God's presence and need not, therefore, escape into self-destructive escapisms, which only prolong my achieving success and happiness in life. Repeating, I find the answers I need in God's presence and need not, therefore, escape into self-destructive escapisms, which only prolong my achieving success and happiness in life. Do you try to escape, and what way? Some people these days use social media, Facebook, Instagram. Some people read escape books, watch TV for hours, do many things to try to escape facing themselves. So you first must, I think, really look at your process of escapism and then look at why. The next one is others. Through the God presence within me, I have the power not to succumb in being part of self-destructive and do not include self-destructive behavior of others whose path cross mine. So this goes into, maybe we have influences, people we live with, people we work with, people we know, friends even. Repeating this one, through the God presence within me, I have the power not to succumb to being a part of self-destructive behavior of others whose path crosses mine. Now, how many times have we heard from a young person or a child or relative. It was my friend that made me do it. Yeah. Coming up next, non-defeatism. Through the Christ mind, God power within me, my attitude is at all times non-defeatist. Repeating that. Through the Christ mind, God power within me, my attitude is at all times non-defeatist. And the last one's on meditation. Through my daily practice of meditation, whatever is necessary to my eliminating self-destructiveness surfaces to my conscious mind's awareness, while being internally healed by God's presence within me. And repeating that last one here, through my daily practice of meditation, whatever is necessary to my eliminating self-destructiveness surfaces to my conscious mind's awareness, while being internally healed by God's presence within me. So we're dealing with a lot of things here. Have you ever heard anyone say to you, you're your own worst enemy? Well, you really are not. The real you is not. But sometimes that ego and being a victim or having no self-confidence and having issues with worthiness can allow that ego to really distract you and delay you in your true embrace of who you really are. The essence of your soul really holds that spirit of who you are. It's a great energy that holds the presence of God and that light. A light that you can call upon to be with you. Again, this is the good thing to set your day with your meditation. By calling upon that light and allowing the light of your soul and that presence to be a companion with which you dwell. It really holds the key to allowing you to be who you are and the unconditional love that you are. And in it is the I am that I am. You know, the ego is the worst trickster we could ever imagine. Because many times we don't even, we're not aware it's even there. We don't see it, we don't hear it. But sometimes it's that negative, those negative words that come out of your mouth that can always happen. I can't do that. I don't believe this is happening to me. Things like that, such as that. You need to stop and negate those negative statements. You've all heard that story. Once upon a time there was a Cherokee grandfather who told his grandson, there are 2 wolves inside me. One wolf is white, good, and altruistic, generous, and kind. And the other wolf is black, mean, and greedy, violent, and angry. And the 2 wolves are in a constant fight within me. And the grandson, with wide eyes, says, "But which one will win, Grandpa?" And the grandfather says, "The one which I feed." So knowing which wolf you feed is part of that step of recognizing that you really do have that choice and you can control your own self. That God self within you, who you really are, which can be hidden by your self-doubt, your lower self, and distractions of daily life. But the reality of who you really are is always there, and that's why it's so good to meditate in the morning and call upon that light to be there. It holds the secrets of your past, your future, and the now. Because who you really are is a true reflection of your God self. And you can be with who you are and fulfill your real potential and your reason for being here. But that trickster ego is guided by fear, and it's not always what we think. Some people think of ego as something that's big and blusterous and full of confidence, but it's the opposite actually. It's full of self-doubt, and it hides you, and it keeps you from being the truth of who you are. I know many of you have heard the Marianne Williamson quote, "Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us." We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God, and your playing small does not serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine, as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we are unconsciously giving other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. It's a great quote. It was often attributed to Nelson Mandela, and then Nelson Mandela and the others, it said, no, this is from Marianne Williamson. You know, it's easy to get sidetracked, and that's why the spiritual path is so interesting. But as you allow your inner confidence to grow, as you tap into your true self, then you see that light of God and that presence growing within you and becoming stronger. And you can get to that place of power where you reach and fulfill your true destiny in the light of who you are. As you embrace and become excited and enthusiastic about the path, you find that commitment to being who you are. And then you start seeing your dreams become reality. You feel God, you feel good, you feel the goodness of God, and you believe once again on that greatest power of that love within you. That God confidence comes when you act upon that strength within to accomplish what you need to do. And you allow always the power of God to work through you. For it's the Spirit that works through you to accomplish great things. So don't disconnect from your true potential and the great power of who you are. Tap into that light of lights and allow it to guide you to succeed. When you tell yourself that you can do it, you build the confidence and it grows as you use it. If there's any part of you that does not believe in yourself and does not feel worthy, bring that part of you into the love and light of who you are. Raise it to the light, bring it to the light of day, and release it. And practice these powerful affirmations whenever you feel you need a boost of confidence. Maybe keep them by your altar place and practice them every day. And believe that you are loved, that you are loving, and that you are lovable. Let's do a brief meditation on this. Make sure you're relaxed, spacious, and take some very wonderful God breaths in. Hold them in that pause of light. And now release anything that might be detracting you from your true purpose. Again, breathe in the light and love of God. Connect to your soul in between the breaths, and now release anything that is other than the true you, the soul of you, coming into your presence in the next breath here. Breathe in the presence. Allow that presence to come into your entire being. Feel that light. Believe in that light. Release anything as you breathe out of anything that's not that true light of who you are. And as you breathe in again, if there's anything you have found in you that you want to release, anything keeping you from experiencing that true confidence and power of who you are, bring it to the light. Allow the light to completely release it. Allow any of those feelings to be in this holy chalice, and lift it up to God and see it being emptied and released, so that you are free of those negative ego parts. And now allow yourself to be completely united in union with that power of your soul that connects you to that one source of all love and all light. The power of universal light and love, that God self within you. Right here, present, right now. Call upon that presence and power to let you feel how worthy you are, how loved you are, how loving you really are. Experience that unconditional love of God. Know that you are a beloved child of God. That you can choose this love over hate. You can choose this love over fear. You can choose to forgive the past. And you can become an awakened channel for God's unlimited light and love, so you may fulfill your destiny and your purpose here on earth. Let that light fill every single cell and particle of your entire being. Let it purify your mind and reset your mind to that originating source of why you came here. Believe in the power of that love. Let your heart be within the heart of God and feel that unconditional love. Become that unconditional love. Let your heart and mind accept the will of God as your guidance and teacher, so that you can be aligned to your true purpose and fulfill the plan that you came here for. Now experience that power of believing it and sharing it. Feel the blessings of serving the good in life. Know the joy of being a servant of that love in life. Know the peace that passeth all understanding when you understand you are God's love in life. Understand that you are in this very magnificent moment, the dream within the dream, the searching, the finding, the understanding, that you are unlimited. Remember that that cocoon that held you is now open, and you can break free of limitations. You can fly with the power of the angels. That in your soul, everything is leading you to this purpose right now. Breathe it in. Give thanks to God for this. Know you can fulfill your true potential. Know that you can be bringing through simple acts of kindness and understanding your love forth in the world today and always. Know that you can live in the pure love in your heart, and that this is the most powerful force in the universe, much more powerful than your ego and limited self. Do not try to package or manipulate it. It is not for us to mask our true nature. It's a vain effort to hide who you truly are. For it is the unlimited truth that speaks to you and speaks to your soul. It's the very breath that you breathe. It's your eternal life. And it's the deepest magnet. Now slowly come out of meditation and give thanks to God for that power, that love, that unconditional love, and that belief in yourself, and that wonderful, healing, transformative light. And now let's close with the Aramaic version of the Lord's Prayer, translated by John Mark Hammer. Father, Mother of the cosmos, shimmering light of all, focus your light within us as we breathe your holy breath. Enter the sanctuary of our hearts, uniting within us the sacred rays of your power and beauty. Let your heart's desire unite heaven and earth through our sacred union. Help us fulfill what lies within the circle of our lives today. Forgive our secret fears as we freely choose to forgive the secret fears of others. Let us not enter into forgetfulness, tempted by false appearances. For from your astonishing fire comes the eternal song, which sanctifies all, renewed eternally in our lives and throughout creation. We seal these words in our hearts, committed in trust and faith. Amen. We've been working with the book Spiritual Mind Power Affirmations by Dr. Paul Leon Masters. It's available at metaphysics.com, as are the lectures by Dr. Masters. You can also get it at amazon.com, along with the first book, Mystical Insights, and the latest book, Meditation Dynamics. I have all of these talks available to listen to for free at mysticalperspectives.com. I thank you so much for joining me, and I bless you and hope that every single moment of your day is filled with that blessing of love and light. Until next time, walk with God.